Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 5-Meo DMT 50 mg. The day the ceiling became a cloud, and I learned to fly. I was nervous. Not the usual excitement before a trip, but the kind that makes your stomach do somersaults. 50 milligrams of 5-Meo DMT was no joke, and I'd prepared mentally and physically for this journey. The air was thick with anticipation in a small room where I sat cross-legged on the floor, a single dim lamp casting shadows that already seemed alive. I took a deep breath, inhaled the vapor, and closed my eyes. The first thing I noticed was how silence turned into a warm, humming presence, like the universe itself was breathing with me. Then came the shift. The ceiling above me melted away, dissolving into a vast, billowing cloud. It wasn't the kind of cloud you see in the sky. This one was soft, shimmering, and inviting, like cotton candy spun from stardust. Without warning, I felt my body lift off the floor, weightless as a feather. The cloud cradled me gently, and before I could question it, I was floating upwards, breaking through the ceiling into a strange, boundless space. Below, the room looked like a tiny diorama, the people inside miniature figurines frozen mid-action. I could see my own reflection in the window. Except it wasn't me anymore. My form was translucent, flickering with iridescent colors, like a soap bubble dancing in the sunlight. The cloud began to move forward, faster and faster, carrying me through landscapes that defied description. I passed fields where trees whispered ancient secrets, leaves shimmering with gold and silver. Rivers flowed backwards, carrying laughter instead of water. A pack of glowing foxes crossed my path, eyes twinkling with mischief as if they were guardians of this realm. Suddenly a voice echoed through the mist, deep and playful, like a cosmic trickster. Welcome, traveler. Here rules bend, and imagination is the only law. I realized the voice was coming from the cloud itself. It chuckled and said, "Today you learn to fly beyond limits." I tried to speak, but words felt useless here. Instead, I stretched my arms and felt the air shift around me. With a leap of faith, I pushed off the cloud's edge, soaring into the endless expanse. The sensation was indescribable. Freedom mixed with pure joy, like dancing with the stars themselves. As I flew, the scenery shifted again. Now, I was inside a kaleidoscope of colors and shapes that twisted and turned in hypnotic rhythms. Each twist revealed glimpses of my life. Moments of joy, pain, absurdity, all interwoven into a cosmic tapestry. The cloud's voice whispered, "You are both the weaver and the thread." In the midst of this swirling vortex, I encountered beings made of light and laughter. They had no fixed form, shifting between animal, human, and abstract shapes. They invited me to play, and together we created waves of sound that turned into rainbows. Laughter echoed, bouncing off invisible walls, filling me with a warmth I hadn't known was possible. Then came the lesson I hadn't expected. The cloud showed me reflections of my fears. Loneliness, failure, insignificance, condensed into shadowy shapes. At first, I felt overwhelmed, but the beings of light surrounded me, their presence a shield against the darkness. To fly, you must embrace all parts of yourself, the cloud reminded me gently. With newfound courage, I faced the shadows. They dissolved into shimmering dust, revealing a path lined with stars. I followed it, feeling lighter with every step, until I reached a place that felt like home. Not a physical location, but a state of being. Here, time slowed. I saw myself from every angle, a cosmic observer, witnessing the dance of existence. The cloud whispered, "You are infinite. Boundaries are illusions." Gradually, the cloud carried me back toward the small room where the journey began. The stars faded, the landscapes melted away, and the ceiling reformed above me. I landed softly on the floor, heart pounding, tears streaming down my face. Not from sadness, but from awe. As I opened my eyes, the room looked the same. Yet nothing felt the same. The ordinary had become extraordinary. I had learned to fly, not just through space, but through the vast inner cosmos. That day, the ceiling became a cloud, and I learned to soar beyond limits I never imagined.